Hello everyone, I'm Christine. This is Christine Sews a Lot. Welcome to Friday Sews. Today I'm not wearing anything me made, but I am wearing my Friday Sews t-shirt. This is merch that's available on Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room website. We stand up so you can get a better view. The fit is great and I love having a team shirt. Friday Sews question of the week is, what type of sewer are you? Do you sew quilts, garments, bags, costume? Are you into cosplay? Let us know down below what type of sewing you do and what it is you love about that type of sewing. I have to say, every time I have started a new type of sewing, including my first time sewing, I have had that little friction of, is this even gonna work? Am I gonna like this? And then as I gain knowledge and experience, I end up loving it. So I would say primarily I love to sew garments. I do enjoy making bags. With the amount of bag hardware I have, I need to make some more of those. And I just started quilting, and I think I'm still in that friction point on quilting where I just feel like it's so hard, and all I have to do is remind myself of when I first started sewing, when I first tried to fit patterns to my body, when I first started machine embroidery. I remember that so clearly. I thought, ooh, why did I spend all that money on that machine embroidery? I have a combo unit. I thought, I hate this, but I don't hate it anymore. So I'd love to know what your story is, and that might help us to be a little more brave to try some new sewing. So hit us up below, let us know what you love to sew. Did you, like me, have a little friction of where you hated it for a while before you loved it? Love to hear what your experience has been. I'm going to start off with what I have sewed. The first completed garment, you will have seen a sneak peek on Instagram and over on Izzy's channel, Dizzy Quilts and Sews. We did a collaboration. We both wanted to wear something new when we went to the expo in Lakeland, Florida. And I made the Lotta Dress by Tilly and the Buttons. I made it in this dobby fabric. It's a cotton and surprisingly does not wrinkle much. I wore this a full day, folded it up, put it in the suitcase to come home, and it does have some wrinkles, which I would expect, but it's not terrible considering how I treated it. Now, when I first saw the Lotta Dress, I was not that intrigued to purchase the pattern. And then I saw the view with the short sleeves and I thought, well, that could be a cute, easy day dress. And I saw more and more that I liked. So would like to make this again in a rayon, see how that looks. I did think about shortening the length of the bodice, bringing that waistband up a little bit, but I thought, let me make it according to directions first and then see what changes I'd like to make. I'm going to insert some photos here of me wearing the dress. I'm with Izzy at the Sewing Expo in Florida. We're showing off our collaboration make. It was St. Patrick's Day. And I'm not sure that I want to shorten it. I want to think on it a little bit. Since I was thinking of shortening the bodice, I was looking on Instagram at different views, and it looked like Beck, from what Beck Sews, had shortened the bodice of the dress. I messaged her and she kindly messaged me back and said yes, she did shorten the bodice and she liked where it hit better after she shortened it. So if I do shorten the bodice, I will lengthen the skirt by the same amount because I love where the skirt of the dress hits, just at the top of my knee. It was so comfortable. I considered that a very successful make. Now, the other thing I sewed was while I was at the expo, and if you saw my video where I talked about the expo, you will have seen this. I took a Serger class and made this tunic for my granddaughter. I think this is the back. Very simple raglan sleeve. And I did lettuce edge hems on the sleeves and on the bottom. I've never done that before, and I don't know what I was thinking waiting this long to try it. It is so easy to do and such a nice finish. I have a beautiful serger at home, and I'm kind of kicking myself that I waited so long to try the lettuce edge hem. But I've got it, and you'll be seeing more of that finish. So the next item is a work in progress, and I don't like to hold up garments while they're being constructed for fear of stretching out seams. So I'm going to show you the fabric. This is some art gallery rayon, and I'm making a sagebrush top for me out of this. It's gorgeous fabric. I absolutely love this. Now, I thought I had cut out the entire pattern of this a year ago, last year, when I was living with my parents while we were house hunting. And when I opened the packet thinking I'd have a really quick sew, I hadn't cut much out, and that's because I remembered that the cutting out was going very wrong. I was cutting in the basement, had a cutting mat down, my rotary cutter, but it was down on a surface that was causing everything to slide, so I stopped. I did not want to make any mistakes in cutting out this beautiful fabric. So all I have left to do is to insert the sleeves, hem and insert the elastic in the sleeves, hem the bottom, and I have attached the neck binding, but I haven't finished it. I haven't folded it over. I got pretty far along, and then it was like, I need to go pack for the Sewing Expo in Florida. So I'm anxious to finish this. I'm probably going to work on this later this afternoon so that I have something new to wear next week. Next up in my sewing plans is I'm going to make a bag for my mother for Mother's Day. This is a pattern that Adam from Adam Sews gifted me in advance of publication. Thank you, Adam. And perfect timing, because I think it's exactly the bag that my mother needs. So I have a couple of fabric options, and let me know which one you like best. I'm not going to take them off the board because #lazy. They're all really cute. So this is called, in the US we say macrame, and I think in the UK y'all say macrame. I pride myself on being crafty bilingual, UK terms and US. And this is a cotton and steel fabric. I love cotton and steel fabric, and this print just caught my eye. When I purchased it, I had no idea what I would make with it, but I thought it would be great in a bag or some craft project. There's something about the geometric lines and the circles that really appeals to me. So that's one option. I have plenty of that. And I could pair it with another cotton and steel fabric. It's got little cats like polka dots. And I think this color works well with the macrame fabric, and it'd be a little bit of an inside joke with my mother. She was wearing some reading glasses that she'd purchased at the dollar store or something, and tended to wear them a lot. And on the side it said, "I love my cat." My parents don't have a cat. And she was at the grocery store, and she was puzzled why this woman wanted to show her all her pictures of her cat until she took off the glasses and realized why that was. So I think that would be kind of funny. So the other option is a fabric I absolutely love. I know it's kind of bright and loud and proud, but I love this fabric. This is a Melody Miller design, I believe. Yes. And it is just so happy. I've made myself a book cover for my Bible out of this. And I'm kind of was saving this for myself, but I love my mother, so maybe it'll be this teamed with this pink. I think that would work well. This for the lining, this for the outer. Another option would be this Tula pink fabric. And again, this pink would work well with this. My mom does like pink, so that could be an option. I might have her look through fabric, but let me know what you think. Sometimes I can get carried away with loving a print and not thinking, how will this work in everyday use for a bag? This, again, another cotton and steel. I just think it's so fancy, and maybe to pair it with this. Or should I go in my stash and get out something more neutral? Like I have plenty of linen solid colors. Let me know what you think. Should I go for some of these more patterned ones, or should I go a little more practical? Sometimes I need a minder. So even if I go plain on the fabric, I have a lot of this rainbow hardware, really good quality hardware. This I purchased from So Sweetness. I've got some hooks. I've got a couple of different zipper pulls and zipper tape, but also with the rainbow. I'm leaning towards the hearts because Mother's Day, we love Mom, right? And I even have the sliders, and I have everything in the rainbow hardware that I'd need for this bag. So that's what I'm thinking of doing for Mother's Day. Well, I am making it for Mother's Day, but how loud the bag turns out will yet to be seen. I'm gonna have to look also at what works with the rainbow hardware. I could do it in a silver, but the rainbow's calling me. Now, as to life update, if you saw my last video, you know that I went to the Sewing Expo in Florida. Had a fabulous time meeting up with my sew sisters. These are women who I have just come to love over the past 2 years of friendship, and it can't be soon enough for us to get back together. I'm having a little withdrawal this week, even though we text pretty much daily and we do have a regular video call. But several of my sew sisters gave me little presents. My daughter-in-law and her family refer to these little gifts, these just because gifts, as happies. Look what Madi made for me. This is fabulous. It's an eyeglass case. My glasses fit perfectly in it. It's so secure and has a little thing in the bridge. Oh, I'm telling you, she is so talented. Let me secure this so I can show you a close-up. And she even put my name in it. The stitching is beautiful. Thank you, Madi. I am just so appreciative of the work of my talented friends. So I got other little happies, and the best part was just spending time with women that I have come to consider family. I am so thankful for these friends who've become sisters, and I do love sisters. I have 5, and now I have over a dozen that I'm so thankful for. This is what YouTube thinks you'd like to watch next. Have a great week and happy sewing. Bye.